Hello. So today we will be going to discuss the SOC report. What is SOC report? It's not the Security Operation Control Center. It's the System and Organization Control Certification. So first understand. So what is SOC certification and why it is required by the company? So SOC is something like you need to show your client that you are comply with all the regulatory requirements or maybe some specific requirements provided by the client in terms of data protection, security, handling the sensitive data, personal data of the customers. So here is the definition. SOC certifications are audit conducted to assess the controls an organization has in place for managing data, especially customer or client data. So it is all about the security, CIA and privacy. Let me go through the next slide where you can understand. So SOC has three types of SOC we can find: SOC 1, SOC 2 and SOC 3. So what is the difference? SOC 1, just remind for the knowledge, the SOC 1 is all about the financial reporting. That means payroll, account, anything related to the payment, finance comes under the SOC 1 report. What about SOC 2? SOC 2 is all about the CIA, security, privacy. That means complete information security. And SOC 3 is all about the high level of information which you need to show your end user. That means the general public report. So let's come to the audience column where we can see the financial report is for the internal stakeholder. That means auditor, finance teams, etc. Like CFO, CEO, those are the internal C-level executive level employees. SOC 1 report is only for them. It's because we don't need to show our financial report to some other person unless it is required or the public. So the audience will be the C-suite level or the executive level of employees. And SOC 2 report is all about the external stakeholders. That means customer, clients, because the customer or the client may ask you sometime that you need to provide a SOC 2 report in order to comply with the requirements. And SOC 3 report only for the general public. So the key focus is basically the financial control of a company, to provide the assurance, to provide the trust that you are controlling your financial assets, financial aspect in such way which is regulated by some regulatory authority or as per the requirement. Okay. Now SOC 2 report is non-financial. It is all about the information security related matters. Okay. Now SOC 1 and SOC 2 has a two type of report. It's called type 1 report, type 2 report. It is only for SOC 1 and SOC 2. SOC 3 doesn't have any type of report. It has only one report which is a high level summary for the general public. So we need to understand two things here. One is type 1 report means a snapshot. That means at a specific point of time. That means think about a picture. You are taking a picture today. So this picture represent, okay, you have some control in place. This picture doesn't measure whether your control is already established from a long time or what you are going to implement or modify anything tomorrow. It is for a point of time. That means think about a picture. You are taking picture today. Whatever comes into your picture, this picture shows whatever control are established within your organization. Why it is required for the type 1 report? Because it saves lot of time for the companies to implement and audit. So if the company is going to contract with some customer and the customer is saying, okay, we need your SOC 1 or SOC 2 report, instantly they can conduct an audit by type 1 report and comply with the requirements, so they can get the contract. Easy to get. And type 2 report is all about over a period of time. That means in the type 2 report, we need to show that the control is implemented from last 6 months or maybe from last 2-3 years, because some organization may require that you need to have this control implemented from last 2 years. Specifically, it happens within the defense or those companies who deal with the critical infrastructure. So they may ask you that you need to provide us the evidence where you need to show us that you are implemented this control for 2 years or maybe 3 years. That time you need to conduct a type 2 audit. So the thing is, the difference is, one is the snapshot, one is the over a period of time. Both for SOC 1, for SOC 2, in both scenario the same funda will apply. But for SOC 3 we don't have anything type 1 or type 2. Now come to the ISO 27001. What is the difference between the ISO and SOC? So ISO is all about the information security management. That means in a bigger sense, if you can think, ISO has a bigger picture. That means ISO not only control the financial aspect, it also control everything comes under the information security management. It also point out the roles and responsibility, it also focus the risk management, and also it covers all the department the company organization have in place. Let's see the differences between the SOC and ISO 27001. So the purpose for the SOC, the purpose is asset specific or set of controls. That means for the SOC 1, the organization need to show only the finance related controls, but in the ISMS it's a comprehensive one, not only a single control. Scope is also client defined objective for SOC. That means the client will tell you what is their requirement. Based on that, you need to show what the controls are implemented within your organization. But ISO 27001 focus organization wide controls. Focus area is for financial for SOC 1, security, CI and privacy for SOC 2, and for high level summary for SOC 3. But ISO 27001 is a holistic security approach based on risk management, because in the ISO 27001 under clause 6 we have the risk management criteria include the risk treatment. So we need to assess risk, and based on that we need to treat that risk. Those are included in ISO 27001. So generally the SOC audit is conducted by the accounting firm who are the certified SOC auditors. But in the case of ISO 27001, it is conducted by a ISO certification bodies and those who are ISO 27000 lead auditor. The audience for the SOC 1, the audience is internal. For SOC 2, the audience is your customer or client, and for SOC 3 it is the general public. But for ISO 27001, it is for the internal and external stakeholders. That means the interested parties are the audiences. So in terms of global recognition, generally SOC is US focused. Those companies are established in US, or those companies are dealing the data of US citizen. They generally ask to conduct the SOC certification. But ISO 27001 is a general practice, is a standard practice. Every company, those want to use their IT asset optimally, can go for the ISO 27001 certification. So generally example of use is only the cloud provider, generally the cloud provider, because they are storing, they are processing the high sensitive of user data. So the cloud provider like Facebook, Google, AWS, they generally conduct the SOC certification. But ISO 27001, as I said earlier, it is conducted by different organization of different areas. As I said earlier, ISO 27001 is for all the companies, because it is not only limited to focus any specific control, it is an organization wise control, and all the controller focuses to systematically use the information security management system. So this is the AWS website where we can find the SOC report of them. See, it is written SOC 1, SOC 2 and SOC 3. See, in the SOC 3 it is written only public facing report. So that means you are not getting any critical information or financial information or any security related information within the report. You will be getting only that report which is made available for the public. Is a high level report. But it is written here that public facing report demonstrating AWS has made AICPA trust service. That means they are giving public a report which constitute that the AWS has made all the trust service criteria, trust service requirement provided by AICPA. Similarly, the same thing you can see for the SOC 2, which is security, availability, confidentiality, privacy. So SOC 2 report is saying the AWS control environment external audit of AWS control. That means that AICPA trust service criteria. That means so AWS is conducting a SOC 2 report by the external auditor, because it will help them to maintain the non-biasness, number one, and they have implemented all the controls which is laid down by the AICPA in respect of trust service criteria. So this report will help them to acquire more client, they can acquire more business now, because they have implemented all the security procedure, all the privacy procedure, all the availability integrity procedure laid down by the AICPA trust service. But for the SOC 1, since it's an internal report, SOC 1 report we cannot share outside, so it is written here a description of AWS control environment and external audit of AWS defined control and objectives. See, AICPA trust service is not written because they are not conducting the SOC 1 audit based on their AICPA trust service. It is a financial report. That is the reason. So remember two things: SOC 1 financial, SOC 2 security, CIA privacy, SOC 3 for general public, and SOC 1, SOC 2, they have a type 1 report, type 2 report. Type 1 means snapshot. That means imagine a picture, whatever you see in the picture, based on the picture we can decide whether this company has a security standard implemented in their organization or not. We don't know about how long they are implemented or what will be the security standard tomorrow. We don't know anything. From the picture we can understand, okay, they have a security standard implemented, that means they are compliant, just like a snapshot. And type 2 report is all about over a period of time. That means we need to show that the company has implemented or they are maintaining this standard, these controls over a period of time. So this is all about SOC and ISO 27001. If you like this video, if you think it is helpful, do like and subscribe. Thank you.